A city bus collided with an SUV on Temple Drive in 52nd Street Northwest. It happened around 7:30 tonight. One person in the SUV was transported to hospital by EMS as a precaution. Just another example of the less than ideal conditions out on the roads tonight, thanks to our first major snowfall of the season. Here's what else we're working on. Political pushback over recall petitions targeting the UCP.
This is clearly a case of a left-wing activist group.
But one organizer defends calls to remove his MLA from office.
I just wasn't feeling that the government was doing a great job.
Plus, budget week begins at City Hall.
Looking at significantly reducing the increase that residential homeowners are facing.
But where can council find the savings? And they thought their family feline was gone for good.
I instantly started crying.
A cat named Catherine comes home after nearly a decade.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Terry Fikowski.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. The first real snowfall of the season continues to put Calgary drivers to the test tonight. Throughout the course of a day, around 400 collisions were reported and more than 24 people were hurt. Tow trucks and plows are still out in full force as people continue to dig out from our first real taste of winter. With more, here's Tyler Barrow.
Calgarians woke up to a winter wonderland Monday morning, but it was hardly a welcome Christmas present. This was the scene of a 9-vehicle pileup in Bankview. A driver we spoke with had their BMW squished in the non-plowed side street. She advises other drivers to avoid them.
Roads are just really slick. Couldn't stop vehicles, huge pileup.
The crash resulted in no serious injuries. However, Calgary Police Service is reporting 389 collisions, 26 resulting in injuries, with 50 hit and runs. For those using public transportation, it was hectic. These two buses among the 70 that got stuck over the course of the day. Tow trucks had a busy day. Cheap Towing had approximately 25 people contact them for help as calls kept coming in.
A lot of people did not have their snow tires on, so hopefully the snow melts away to give them a second chance.
As of 3 p.m., the city's snow plan was activated. Crews will begin working to clear Priority 1 roads like Crowchild Trail and Glenmore.
Once the snowfall stops, our target is to have the Priority 1 network cleared within 18 hours. I would anticipate that happens more quickly on this event.
Pedestrian infrastructure will also be prioritized, which the city wants cleared within 24 hours of the plan being activated. For some Calgarians, there was no complaining about the snowfall after the warm, dry fall we enjoyed.
We know how the seasons work, so it's only a matter of time till we face this every year, and here we are.
I'm not complaining because, we've had such great weather up until now, so we knew it was coming.
Tyler Barrow, CTV News, Calgary.
At the Calgary International Airport, many passengers scrambling to make alternate plans today. The snowy weather led to numerous flights being canceled or delayed. WestJet alone says it has canceled 38 flights due to the conditions. But many travelers are frustrated, especially since airlines are telling them no hotel vouchers are being provided because weather events are not covered.
We had car trouble on the way here. Our flight was supposed to land in Florida at 6. Our flight now is booked for a red-eye on the 26th of November, which is the day before Thanksgiving.
It's very frustrating. There's nobody in the airport to help you. There's nobody to tell you where to go. Everybody tells you use these QR codes, go online, phone, but it's nice to be able to talk to someone in person to get you set up right away.
Many flights were diverted from Calgary today as well, with all takeoffs and landings on a temporary pause for a period early this morning due to heavy snowfall. Let's bring in Danielle for a look at the forecast because there is a lot of snow out there.
Oh boy, that was a good one. That was tricky driving for the morning commute, afternoon commute. Tricky if you need to push a stroller around. Slippery sidewalks, slippery roads. Now the difference with the last couple of systems, everything melted quickly after because the ground was so warm and temperatures warmed up after. We're not warming up after this one. In fact, we're going to get colder throughout the week. So with the wind chill tomorrow morning, it will feel more like -14. And even in the afternoon, it will feel closer to -7. So the cold will stay. No more snow falling throughout the day tomorrow, actually for the next couple of days. But again, it will still be slick in some spots. spots because of the icy patches. We are looking at another snowfall later this week. We'll talk more about that coming up.
Thanks, Danielle. A man has died in Calgary police custody, and Alberta's police watchdog is investigating. Police responded to a mental health call at a southeast home yesterday afternoon. They say a man in his 40s was behaving erratically and assaulted one of the officers when they attempted to take him into custody. Officers say they deployed tasers, but the man continued to arrest, then went into medical distress. He was taken to hospital where he later died. No officers were hurt. RCMP are warning of the release of a high-risk offender who has completed his federal prison sentence. 32-year-old Cody Minishots served a sentence for sexual assault causing bodily harm, kidnapping, robbery, and others offenses. He plans to live on the Sitka First Nation. He and his brother Corey were convicted after a 17-year-old girl was kidnapped from a bus stop in Taradale and taken to a home in Martindale, where she was repeatedly sexually assaulted back in 2014. 6 new recall petitions have now been issued for UCP MLAs, pushing the total to 9. 5 of those recall petitions are for Calgary MLAs, including Rajan Sani, Miles McDougall, Rick McIver, Mohammed Yassin, and Demetrius Nicolaides. Petition organizers have 90 days since approval to collect signatures from the MLA's constituencies. If they collect 60% of the votes from the last provincial election, a vote is held on whether the member keeps their seat. Many of the politicians targeted say it's an abuse of the legislation. That includes the Minister of Services and Red Tape Reduction, Dale Nally, who sent a letter to Elections Alberta questioning the credibility of the person who launched the petition to recall him. That would be St. Albert resident Josh Eberhardt, who takes offense to the claims.
This is clearly a case of a left-wing activist group, Alberta Resistance, that is using recall, that is weaponizing it to force a general election.
When I first filed, I think Dale had a response that this was a well-funded, well-organized organization, and my wife kind of cracked a joke. She's like, "You're not well-organized or well-funded." So, no, it's just me.
Elections Alberta says all the approved recall applications meet the requirements set out by provincial legislation. Premier Danielle Smith has said she's considering changes to the Recall Act. It is budget week at City Hall, which sets up Calgary's spending for the next year. Council continued until late this evening, hearing from Calgarians wanting to weigh in on the changes they'd like to see for 2026. Jordan Canigan reports.
While snow settles outside, a budget debate inside City Hall is heating up.
So we're going to be looking at significantly reducing the increase that residential homeowners are facing.
A lofty task as more than 130 Calgarians make their pitch for the 2026 budget. Community groups are asking for more money for everything from housing to sporting facilities.
If we don't have better fields, if we don't have good fields, people are going to start turning away.
And I think with more fields and with more opportunities to play, kids like me and like the hundreds of kids that play in cricket in Calgary will be able to just achieve their dreams.
Road improvements are also being asked for. Council will consider $24 million more for pavement reconstruction.
We have a lot of roads and we should take care of them, and if it turns out that we can't afford to take care of them, then we should be grown-ups and we should have that conversation and admit that, and then figure out what our possible responses are.
The proposed budget right now calls for increased spending, with taxes climbing by 5.8% for single-family residential properties. The mayor wants to bring that hike down.
To have a 5% or so increase is just not justified given the current economic climate. And then we're also going to continue to push for the needed investments around core transit service, around public safety measures, and attacking the root causes of crime.
Jordan Canigan, CTV News, Calgary.
Final budget decisions won't come until Thursday or Friday. Former City Councillor Ray Clark has died at age 80. He was the Ward 10 representative from 1983 to 1995, and he ran unsuccessfully for mayor in 1998 and 2001. Before serving on council, he had a career in the city planning department. Mayor Jeremy Farkas says flags will fly at half-mast at Old City Hall on the day of Clark's funeral, which has not yet been announced. Well, have you ever lost something and then years later found it? What about a pet? A Calgary family thought their feline was gone for good until one phone call changed it all last week. Tyson Fedor has more on their reunion, nearly a decade in the making.
It's a quiet, snow-covered rural road just south of Okotoks. This is where Catherine the calico cat was found last week before being dropped off here at the Southern Alberta Veterinary Emergency Hospital.
Just hearing that she had both a microchip and a tattoo, and we still couldn't locate any owners, just didn't sit right with me.
A call out on social media spread the word. Staff were looking for its owner. Then a call to the Humane Society connected with Karina Murray.
I got the news when I was driving, and I pulled over when they showed me so I could look at the photo to see if that was her, and it was, and then I instantly started crying.
Murray adopted Catherine nearly 12 years ago as a kitten. The feline disappeared 3 years later, and the family believed she was gone for good.
We adopted 2 other kittens, and she didn't like them very much. Yeah. So then she started to go outside a little bit more, but she'd always come home. And then one day, she just didn't come home.
Until now, Catherine is back home in Calgary, where she spent the last 8 years. Nobody knows.
The fact that she did survive all the years, we have no idea what she's been through, and I really wish she could talk, because she could tell us all her stories.
But the Murrays never lost hope.
We strongly suspected that she wasn't dead because she's so tough and so smart.
Nathaniel Murray was 9 when Catherine went missing. Now 17, he calls the reunion a surreal moment.
She played such a big role in my life at 9 years old, you know, in my forming years, and finally being able to see her again was just an unbelievable experience.
And after all this time apart, the Murrays are not taking any chances.
We don't intend on letting her anywhere near the outside because we can't risk that happening again.
Tyson Fedor, CTV News, Okotoks.
Hard to believe. Well, still ahead, Prime Minister Mark Carney is coming to Calgary this week. It comes as Ottawa and Alberta are expected to sign a memorandum of understanding that would pave the path for a new pipeline.
You're watching CTV News, Calgary.
Prime Minister Mark Carney is coming to Calgary Thursday, fueling rumblings that a new pipeline agreement between Ottawa and Alberta is coming this week. The deal is expected to lay the groundwork for a new route to BC's north coast. That includes carving out an exception to the coastal tanker ban, scrapping the planned federal emissions cap, and reworking industrial carbon pricing. It's a package supporters call nation building, and critics warn is a raw deal for the environment. International trade experts say how the deal plays out could set the stage for how Canada is perceived by our international trade partners.
So it's a question of whether or not we can play with the big boys, or whether or not we're going to continue to be sitting on the porch watching the world go by.
Sources tell CTV the announcement could come as soon as Thursday. That is when Carney is slated to speak at the Calgary Chamber of Commerce. The timing would allow the Premier to take it as a win heading into her party's annual general meeting this weekend. The province has introduced a bill that, if passed, will allow doctors to toggle between public and private services. It's in an effort to improve surgical wait times and attract more physicians, but there could be downfalls. Jacqueline Wilson reports.
On Monday, the province introduced Bill 11, and among the many proposed changes to the healthcare system is one that introduces a dual-model healthcare system, where certain doctors will be able to choose whether they bill a service to the province or a patient privately on a case-by-case basis.
The proposed amendments in this bill represent a new era for healthcare in Alberta.
There are exclusions. All emergency care and urgent surgeries, as well as cancer treatments, will only be covered by the public plan. There will be no private options. Also, family doctors are restricted from participating in the dual practice at this time.
I think this is a tool that will help us retain physicians and other healthcare professionals that are frankly going to other jurisdictions, and it will retain that activity in the Alberta economy as opposed to sending it to other jurisdictions.
But the Alberta Medical Association isn't sure it'll be a big lure.
Our big concern with at the Alberta Medical Association is how do we potentially add private care to our system that already is struggling with the public system, and particularly when it comes to workforce.
The province says they might make changes to the rules in the future, like making doctors do certain number of public services before they can do private. But at this time, those restrictions aren't in place.
If the private system is
more lucrative, and if the patients within the private system on average have less complex medical needs, then the concern is that they're going to prioritize those private patients and that the patients left in the public system are going to wait longer for care.
The province is also proposing Albertans will need to start renewing their healthcare cards in late 2026 to confirm health coverage eligibility and to limit misuse. Jacqueline Wilson, CTV News, Calgary.
Thousands of nursing care workers will vote this week on the deal reached between AUPE and Alberta Health Services.
Our unity and our determination brought AHS right to the edge, and they chose not to jump.
AUPE represents about 16,000 workers, including licensed practical nurses, healthcare aides, and operating room technicians. The agreement includes a base wage increase of 12% over 4 years, plus more in market adjustments. Calgary High School students will get the chance to train for trades thanks to a corporate donation. Suncor is putting $260,000 towards the Calgary Board of Education's Energizing Youth initiative. It will help students take part in dual credit programs and skills competitions, both provincially and nationally. Students who take part could graduate from high school already accredited in some trades. The biggest beneficiaries will be those who might otherwise not be able to afford the education. Well, we got our first wallop of winter today, and from this morning to the afternoon to this evening, it has just created chaos out on the roads. So hopefully you're driving safe if you're heading out on the roads tonight. Give yourself extra time, and we'll check in with Danielle after the break for your full forecast.
Well, winter is officially here. Certainly a lot of snowfall, anywhere from 10 to 20 centimeters in the city of Calgary, Airdrie, Cochrane, off to the west. Far southeast corner of the province also got a significant snowfall, 10 to 20 centimeters. This is that heavy, wet snow for the most part, and temperatures have cooled down, and they will continue to cool down for the rest of this week. So -1 was the high in the city today, but that -1 with the wind chill felt more like -6, and then we even got colder in the afternoon hours. In the afternoon, we were more like -4. Victoria got to +8, Vancouver +7, Thunder Bay 11 degrees. So we've sent our nice little warm air pocket off to the east, and we've been dealing with the colder air for today. The difference with the last couple of systems is we had warm air move in after, and it melted everything away really quick. That is not the case for now, because we're looking at cooling down this week. The sidewalks, the roads will remain slick as we go through the rest of this week, and we are looking at another snowfall on the way for Thursday. Likely won't be quite as much as what we just received, but something close to that. Significant snowfall. All right, as you can see, this system is mainly out of the way. Isolated pockets of flurries are possible through the overnight hours, but tomorrow there should be no snow falling in Calgary or southern Alberta. It should be quiet. Again, still slippery in some spots, but quiet. There will be fog patches developing in many areas tonight and through early tomorrow morning, and then that will clear out. For the next 2 days, really what we're dealing with is just a mix of sun and cloud and those cooler temperatures. There's the next weather maker. This is a look at 3 p.m. on Thursday. So later on Thursday, this will push into the far south and then start to make its way into the city late Thursday. And again, we're looking anywhere from 5 to 7 centimeters with this system. -3 as our high for tomorrow. Again, that's just the base temperature. So for the morning, it will feel well into the -teens. And in the afternoon, still feeling more like -7 with that wind chill. Fog patches possible in the morning hours. -2 is our high for Wednesday. Then late Thursday, we have that next system roll in with a significant snowfall that will likely carry into early Friday morning. And as you can see, things cool down for Thursday and Friday to daytime highs of -6 and -7. Toy Mountain got a boost thanks to a big donation of $5,000 from Action Furnace. That brings our toy count to 326 with a cash value of just over $25,400. Your donations of new unwrapped toys and essential items help families fleeing domestic violence. Cash donations allow Fears Not Loved to make purchases based on needs.
The need is still there. Now it's get them the support, get them so that they can get out and stay out, or so that they can stay in. Because this isn't about just leaving and being gone. This is if we can make the family whole, then that's amazing.
Just $25 can help purchase items for babies or toddlers, while $5,000 can cover a shelter stay for a family. You can find a full list of donation drop-off locations or make a cash donation at ctvcalgary.ca.
Thanks, Danielle. Well, when it's icy outside, like today, you're supposed to walk like a penguin for safety. No, really, it is scientifically proven. Here are the king penguins at the Calgary Zoo today. They were very excited to get outside and all that fresh snow, but do as they do here, especially on an incline, shuffle along for safety. Look at them go. They're the pros here. And enjoying it. I'm also enjoying it. Well, music is said to be the language of memory. A choir in Cochrane sees the benefits every day. It's made up of singers with dementia or memory loss and proving to be very popular. Cochrane is home to the Good Vibes Memory Choirs. They're made up of people living with dementia or memory loss, along with their loved ones or caregivers. For the first time, the two choirs practiced together for an upcoming performance, and our Kevin Fleming was there. Take a look.
I only like if the bottom misses. They sit in the back row following the direction of the choir leader to hit all the right notes. Jane McLaughlin and her mom Pat Reed say the Good Vibes Memory Choir has become a big part of their lives.
I love music, for one thing. And I knew that my daughter loved music, and I thought, this is some way we can be together, and I think that's special.
There's certainly some memory loss here with my mom. She's 89 now, and it's just such a great opportunity to get her involved with other people, to get her singing, to get back to her roots, which is all about the music.
Erica Fairberg says the choir started in Victoria, BC as a research project where brain activity was recorded when singing alone versus in a group setting. Those with memory loss singing by themselves struggled with a lot of activity in the damaged part of their brains.
When we brought the choir back in to sing with them, so a social context, the rest of the brain lit up because it was the undamaged parts of the brain that started to work when they were together. So there's something that happens when we sing together, not sing by ourselves, but sing together.
Many with memory loss aren't thrilled to come to choir, but that all changes when the music starts.
My mother always tells me, oh, I can't sing, Bessie. I don't want to go to choir, but we come and she loves it. So she really enjoys it when she gets here.
Rick Berg says by the end of choir practice, all the members are much more social, and many sign up for upcoming performances.
Some of the staff are going, boy, our loved ones here, they're having better days, and they're eating better, they're sleeping better. We don't have science behind that yet. You know, just people sharing that.
The two memory choirs have 85 members, but organizers continue to welcome more singers to the program. Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Cochrane.
The choirs have upcoming performances in Cochrane on December 12th and 13th. Definitely worth checking out. We have more details on our CTV Calgary website about that if you're interested. And I love that they have my favorite song, the Hippo song for Christmas. So enjoy your evening. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.